A talking point viewer recently wrote in asking us to look into these buns. So in this episode, I'm going to deep dive into these buns, all kinds, from the traditional ones to the newfangled varieties. We're asking, should you be eating them? Jeremy Low spent about 120 Singapore dollars a month on, that's right, just buns.
Can I try one of each?
He's always on the lookout for the latest flavours, and this cafe has many of those. Mentaiko, nori truffle, umami mushroom. The possibilities, it seems, are endless when it comes to new bun flavours.
Yeah, that sounds great.
Hey Jeremy,
Oh,
did I just hear you say one of each?
Yeah, I mean, look at it.
know,
It looks
it
too
looks
good, right?
interesting, right?
Yeah.
Let's go grab a seat.
Okay.
So I hear you are a bit of a bun lover.
Yeah, I eat buns almost every day.
Every day?
Every day
Without
for breakfast. Bakeries are found everywhere in the
Yeah.
neighborhood. So after work or during lunch break, I can go out, I can
see.
find. I think if I'm really hungry, the most I've had would be 4. But if it's those mini buns, I think I could eat maybe 6 or 7.
Oh, here it is.
Wow.
Thank you.
Thank you.
This is the mushroom.
Oh, okay.
Wow, these look really interesting.
I think I over-ordered, but
Yeah, I mean,
it just looks too good. Thank you. People have to be innovative nowadays. You don't just eat with your mouth, eat with your eyes. That's what attracts people to a store. That's what attracts me to a store.
okay.
And then of course, after you buy it, then the taste, which hopefully by then I won't be disappointed.
Okay, I've got to admit, I've never had buns like these before.
I tried mentaiko before, but never nori truffle.
This is really nice.
Oh wow.
Truffle and seaweed all in a bun. Wow. And why do you like buns so much?
My father would used to buy buns for us every day. It's more of the convenience because he would fetch us to school and we want to
Yeah.
sleep in as much as possible.
Right.
So we can eat on the go in the car.
And do you have an all-time favorite? Which bun would it be?
The floss bun. That little cream which they put above the bun before
Yeah.
they place the floss on top of it, that cream is really the secret weapon to having a good pork floss bun. And something about it just tastes really, really addictive.
Have you ever wondered, as you eat into a bun, just what is inside the bun, how healthy it really is?
I mean, when I think about buns, I don't really think about the health.
Jocelyn Wijaya is the mastermind behind the various different flavoured buns here.
Hello.
Oh, hi Jocelyn. What made you decide on these flavours?
It comes from my daily experiences, and mentaiko is a flavor that I really like when I go to those sushi joints. Then for garlic, it's more of a common kind of flavor.
Now, everywhere we go, there are bakeries.
Yeah.
Did you not think that the competition might be tough?
Yes, definitely. That's why we are always trying to innovate our flavors and introduce new items.
You used to sell cakes, right? I mean, what made you switch to buns?
Well, I love cakes as well, but it's not something I would want to eat on a daily basis. However, for bread, it's like my staple. It's almost like rice, but I can have a different flavor every day, a different kind.
Fellow bun fanatic.
Yeah, you're both
Yeah.
bun nuts.
I love buns.
How much do we really love our buns? There are no official statistics I could find about the number of buns sold yearly, so I did the next best thing. I went to one of Singapore's oldest bun shops.
再来，再来，
And I've been told I'll be a hired help.
你拿一个纸袋这样，拿一支架这样啊，
啊
有人要你就如果有人来你就问他要买什么面包架给他咯。
OK， 我看那个价钱呢，有一些是1块，有些是1块3、块1。
块2，
哇，连你的数学要很好啊。
不用啦，很简单的啦。
OK， 来呀、来买面包。
啊，他拿了你就跟他讲再来，还有什么啊？
OK。 This stall opens at 6 in the morning, and since then there has been a steady stream of customers.
A banana cake and a red bean.
Banana cake. I'll crush it. And a red bean. Red bean. That's it? Okay, that will be $2.10. Butter, one butter. One kaya. Red bean. Let's go, coconut.
Hi, can I have 2 chicken sausage, 1 hamburger, and 2 cheese ham?
Before I started, I was warned that this might be too fast-paced a job for me, but I didn't believe it.
I'm too slow in holding up the crowd. So, okay, 我不要做了，太 stressful 了。
I think it's best I stick to my day job.
来，请你吃面包。
一天大概卖多少班？
我们大概是卖多少没有算呢？
没有算了。你这个一个 tray 好像有10个班，连你一天几个 tray？差不多。
没有本事
没
算。
有算了，1000啦，我看这么。
差不多有这个数目啦。
你感觉为什么我们在新加坡这么喜欢吃这些班？
你不吃班来讲啊，吃什么？吃面，吃饭，吃面包比较简单，而且最经济。现在面一碗也3、4块，所以这就买面包吃哦。
好像现在要买这些班，很多地方都卖，你没有担心的？
不用怕，因为他们跟不到，有些跟不到我们的品质水准，他跟不到。这些班除了下好料之外，我们还有一点点商业秘密的料啦，那个没有讲出来啦。
这么多不同的，你自己的 flavor， 你们自己
自己有些是自己更改的啦，自己更改，自己想办法啦，好像花生啊、芋泥啊、大虾米啊、牛油糖啊。你看这个牛油糖空的哦，但是很好吃，很香的，也是很香的。
哇，有人来问你这些会不会健康吗？有没有？
没有啊，我们这个是最健康，我们这个没有防腐剂的嘞。我们每天做，每天卖，每天新鲜的，所以我们没有防腐剂。
With so many bun options, I can't possibly test them all. So I'm doing the next best thing. I'm finding out which are our favorites.
So I did an Instagram call out.
Let me know what are your favorite buns in the box below, and I'll help you investigate just how healthy they really are. I'll be taking your favorite buns to the lab. Meanwhile, I want to know how long can we really keep our buns before eating them?
So now we are talking about a risk game.
Two weeks ago, I did an Instagram call out. Let me know what are your favorite buns in the box below, and I'll help you investigate just how healthy they really are. I wanted to know which are your favorite buns. I tallied the polls, and here are the results. Coming in 5th is the coffee bun. In 4th place is the cheese bun. 3rd place went to the hot dog bun. Red bean took 2nd. And the top pick in our snap poll, buns with floss.
So it seems people still love the good old-fashioned flavors, despite all the newfangled offerings out there. But you know what? I'm really curious to find out what people think about these buns in terms of how healthy they might be. Hi. Could I ask you a few questions? Which do you think is the most healthy of the 5 here?
Coffee?
I guess coffee. I hope because I like coffee. Which do you think is the most unhealthy?
I think they're all equally unhealthy. But maybe the one with more sugar, like the coffee.
The coffee? Okay.
Most healthy. I think maybe the sausage.
Most unhealthy. I think
Maybe the sausage.
Sausage, oh, it's already not healthy.
Cheese.
That one.
The sausage.
We can't seem to agree on which buns are the most unhealthy, or healthy for that matter. It's no wonder, because these buns aren't sold with nutritional labels on them, which is why I'm doing another talking point test. I've got 5 of each of our favorite buns from a mix of bakeries, the heartlands, popular chains, and more upscale options. And I'm sending them all for testing. I'm checking for calories, including fat content and sugar, in each bun. While waiting for the results of the test, I'm going to be doing something I've never done before.
I brought the bread around for testing. Thank you. I bet you're surprised to see me here, but since we're doing an episode on buns, I figured I have to learn to make some of them on my own too, right? But I'm not doing it alone.
Yeah, Steve, have you measured it all correctly?
I think he's right.
Food blogger Leslie Tay is going to teach me how to bake a plain soft bun.
No, you cannot agar-agar. Making bread is a science as well as an art.
I want to know why is it he prefers to do his own bakes.
When you make your own bread, it's always nice and fresh, you know. And when you make your own bread, you know exactly what goes into it. Whenever you buy buns from outside, you never know whether they're using,
That's true.
you know, dough conditioners. If you have some dough conditioners in there, it will remain soft for like days. They've got a lot of chemicals, some of them, not all. Anything it's natural, to me, it's better. This milk and flour, we are going to cook it first.
Okay.
Because it helps to preserve the softness of the bread. It will make the bread more soft, more fluffy. This is a natural way of doing dough conditioning.
Oh, okay.
Right.
What is the main ingredient that perhaps outside bakeries use a lot of to make it taste so good?
There's a lot of butter, sugar, and of course you can add in honey. The sugar, the sweetness actually is what people go for. Okay.
How much sugar do we just put in?
That's 2 tablespoons.
Okay.
And outside they'll probably use more. You're just gonna leave it to rise, bake it into balls, into the pan. In the oven is about 20 minutes. Yeah.
And in no time at all,
Hey,
Soft,
look at that.
fluffy buns.
Hey.
Here you go.
Wow, okay.
This
Looking good.
This is where the magic begins. You take it out and you just sort of like
Tear it apart.
Yeah,
That's
tear-
like, ooh,
tear-
it's nice
yeah.
and warm.
I'm not sure how long these fresh bakes will last without any added preservatives, which is why I'm helping him to finish these. Leslie typically finishes his fresh bakes within a day or 2, but that's not the case with everyone.
What's the longest you've kept buns for?
Maybe like 5 days?
2 days.
2 days?
Yeah.
Okay. And you just leave it on the table?
Just leave it on there.
2 to 3 days longest, I guess. Most
Okay.
of the time, I just have it like later on.
How long do you keep the buns for?
2 days, 3 days.
Okay. You're not worried that it will go off?
You see, if the bun got fungus or what, then it's just
Okay.
normally about 2 days.
Do you ever keep them in the fridge?
No.
I'm meeting another bun lover who typically buys buns at discount the night before.
Okay, so what we have here is a texture analyzer.
Uh-huh.
So what you can do is to measure the firmness of a bun. So it tell us whether a bun is stale. So because if the bun is kept for too long, we know that it becomes firmer, harder.
Oh.
So over here we have an objective measurement of the hardness.
Okay.
I've brought a 1-day-old and a 5-day-old plain bun to food scientist Elvin Liu. They were both stored at room temperature.
If we look at them separately, the day 1 you need around 0.08 kg to compress it, whereas for the day 5 you need around 0.12 kg to compress it.
That's a really small margin.
Yep, because the bakeries in Singapore, usually they will add some processing aid. For example, maybe enzymes or dough conditioners to help keep the buns softer for longer periods of time. And these are permitted additives.
So a 5-day-old plain bun, when stored in its original packing at room temperature, is almost as soft and fluffy as a day-old bun. But that's no indicator on whether the bun is safe to eat. You should check for mold. And it's different when it comes to buns with fillings.
Okay, so over here we have buns that's bought from bakeries with different fillings. So those fillings, if they are very high moisture or they contain milk, then they are more likely to spoil. So you see, eggs are very, very nutritious for human and for microorganisms as well.
Eggs, yeah.
In fact, if you are talking about egg mayonnaise, if we are not keeping them chilled, you should be consuming them within 4 hours.
Right, so in other words, when I take this out from the bakery, buy it off the shelf, then I should just eat it within the next few hours.
Correct. Whereas if your buns are more of a chocolate filling or red bean filling, where they are very high in sugar, the sugar content can actually help delay the spoilage, so they tend to spoil not as fast. My own practice is I will always keep any buns, especially those that I buy at the end of the day, those discounted ones, I will keep them in the fridge and consume them within the next 2 to 3 days.
Now that I know how best to store my buns and how long I should keep it for, I'm checking in on one last thing. The results of my nutritional test on some of our favorite buns. And here they are.
So all this sugar?
Yes.
If you recall, I had earlier sent samples of the top 5 most suggested buns to a lab. I'm testing them for calories, which includes fat in its breakdown. And I'm also testing them for sugar content. How do they stack up on the nutrition board? The test results are in.
The least is the hot dog bun. It has about 217 kilocalories.
Okay.
The cheese bun is about 253 kilocalories. The red bean bun is about 259. The coffee bun, 313 kilocalories. The floss, 333 kilocalories, the highest.
But the thing is, the buns all come in different shapes and sizes.
Yes, so we based on the 80-gram typical size of a bun.
Okay. So
to compare the results.
What about sugar?
The least is hot dog, cheese, followed by floss and the coffee, and the highest red bean bun.
Wow.
Red bean is 18.
So you're saying 18 grams of sugar in this?
Yes.
How much is that?
It's about 1.5 tablespoons.
Let's say I have 2 buns. One and another half.
Yeah. So
wow.
this is 2 buns.
Just from 2 buns?
2 buns.
At the end of the day, we discovered that actually the sausage, the hot dog bun, seems to be the most healthy of the 5.
Yeah.
Wow. I am surprised.
Correct.
And does it make a difference which bakery the buns came from? Because some are more expensive than others. Does that mean more expensive is more healthy?
No, we didn't see that trend.
So here's how the buns stack up in terms of calories. A hot dog bun at about 217 calories is about 2.5 fried eggs. A cheese bun at about 253 calories and a red bean bun at about 259 calories are the equivalent of about 3 slices of fried bacon. A coffee bun at about 313 calories is about a bowl of prawn noodle soup. While a floss bun, which has the highest amount of calories, an average of 333, is the equivalent of 2 pieces of plain prata. And the bun with the highest sugar content, the red bean bun, which has about 1.5 tablespoons of sugar in it. That's equivalent to drinking half a can of cola. I would never have imagined that one tiny bun could pack so many calories. I mean, we never just stop at one bun, right? So I want to know, if I really want to eat these buns, when is the best time to eat them?
Can I have just buns instead of a normal meal?
For breakfast, it's okay because these buns have a purpose. They serve a group of people who are very time pressed. But they should not replace a lunch meal because some of these buns don't give you enough protein and these buns definitely don't give you fiber. You are missing out on other vitamins and minerals, and not to mention these buns are really high in carbohydrate and most people probably won't stop at one.
Sometimes when I'm hungry, I'll have 3 coffee buns at one time, right?
Yeah, so that's 9 slices of bread. So if you ask yourself, will you eat 9 slices of bread at one go? Chances are no. So then why do you want to eat 3 coffee buns at one go?
Can I find a better, more healthy bun?
Bakeries are also following consumer trends for the general move towards more healthy. There are some whole grain buns available at the bakeries. Yes, this is a whole grain quinoa bun. So that to me is a better option. When we look at a meal, we are really looking at the entire package. For example, we always say white bread is bad. But if we have white bread and I pair this with a good quality protein like say eggs, then the entire meal, an egg sandwich for breakfast is not all that bad. Similarly, if I take, say, a floss bun, and then I pair it with, say, a very common beverage for breakfast.
With my kopi.
Yes, kopi. But we know that this kopi has made out of, say, condensed milk, carnation milk, and then you pair it with, say, a floss bun, which is already high in fat. You are getting a very high calorie breakfast.
Right?
Yeah. So this would probably be 1/3 the calorie quota of a small person like me.
I set out trying to find out what's in these buns. Well, I did find out. And now I also know that I can still have my bun and eat it too. I guess I just need to keep buns for those, cheat days, especially if I'm indulging in buns with fillings or with toppings. And I'll definitely be mindful of the number of buns I eat at one go as well. After all, if you think about it, 4 floss buns is more than half of my recommended calorie intake for just one day. Could result in you just not eating, but doing the floss too. I think I'm flossing it wrong. I'll just eat my floss.